zone. 3:20 gone in the first. Fast-paced opening frame here in Calgary as Gorzinski chases a puck in below the Tiger goal line. Picked up in the left corner by Cale Dock, stripped free by Liam Ruck. Tigers advance the other way. Marcus Ruck off to his right for Liam. Got off a one-timer, saved by the shoulder of two. Rebound taken back by Gorzinski, who circles in his own zone. Chips off the far boards ahead to center, picks it up himself. Puck poked off his stick, retrieved at center by Pizarchuk of the Hitmen, who wraps in behind the goal of Casey. Out of his net, plays it to his left for Wu. Swung hard back around the near boards for Ethan Newtons. Tried to touch it up ahead in stride to Bryce Pickford. Broken up momentarily by Cale Dock. Fought for and retrieved back by Newtons, and now dug hard in behind the Hitman cage. Rizgaloff fighting forward in the left corner, sees it batted loose by Brandon Gorzinski of the Hitmen. He'll give off to his right for Axel Herdig. He'll chip off the boards ahead to center. Wu in behind his own goal for the Tigers. 6:40 gone in the first. Next whistle will send us to the media timeout as Jonas Wu darts across center and wraps a puck around the wall, hard in the left side of the Hitman end. Clearing attempt cut off by Noah Davidson. He'll take it behind the goal. Center in front, broken up. Rolls to Van Mulligan at the left point. He steps around Molgachev, cycles back to the left point for Liam Ruck. Liam Ruck shoots. It's done. Tigers 20-year-old forward Ethan Newtons. In the second intermission, we will chat with Riley Steen. Both very good interviews from those young men. Bryce Pickford on a pass up ice sees his stick explode into multiple pieces. Not supposed to do that as the puck rolls down inside the Calgary zone. Picked up inside the right point by Landon Amrhein. He'll escape to center, but no further as a puck poked off his stick. Found by Marcus Ruck at the left point of the Calgary zone and sent deep back into Hitman territory. The Hitman looked to clear, can't. Held at the left point by Wu. Worked back down for Marcus Ruck. Pass out of his reach, intercepted by the Hitman and sent to center. Gorzinski touched ahead for Cale Dock, but the puck found first by Liam Ruck, who pushes it up ice as Hitman elect to peel to change as now the Tigers slowly work back up ice. Jonas Wu with a spin move at his own blue line. He'll give back off to his left for Riley Steen. Tigers amid a change as Steen gives up ice as the Tigers work it deep in behind the Hitman goal of two. Wrapped around to the right wall, clearing attempt cut off by Davidson. Pinballs to the left point, and that'll hop up on an edge and slip just back to center as Hager with a nice check standing up Landon Amrhein, and the Tigers wrap it back behind the goal of two, who exits his crease to play the puck. Wraps it around the left boards. Gorzinski moved off as Wilkie was checked off the puck by Steen as the pass came through. Hager lost control of the puck, exiting his zone. Hitman find it at center and rifle it back into the right wing corner of the Tigers zone. Amrhein working on Steen. Plays it to the left point for Caden Meyer, who slaps it back around the boards all the way out the far side and to center ice. Riley Steen controls in his own zone for the Tigers as we approach the final 3 minutes of the opening frame. 3 shots aside here in Calgary as the Tigers back in the offensive zone. Davidson drives in the right circle. Short bingle shot goes off the post. Third post of the period. Both clubs have rung iron once leading up to that. Noah Davidson hits the near post for the second post of the period by the Tigers. There have been very few chances, but they have been of high quality, and they are going to count that as a shot, saying Eric too got a piece of it. Noah Davidson looking for his second goal in as many games, denied by 2. Tigers back in the offensive zone. Josh Van Mulligan, who scored in this building on Wednesday for Medicine Hat, cycles into the left wing corner of the Hitman zone, intended for Cade Stangram, but a crack
for number 16, Ben McBride.
It's back up in the right circle, but it's going to be sent to center. Another breakaway for the Hitman. Amrhein stops in the slot, but on the back check this time, Wu successful, poking the puck free back to center ice. Hitman controlling their own zone. Pizarchuk ahead for Amrhein. They have a 2-on-1. Amrhein in front. A shot not able to be put on target as Cale Dock ran into Carter Casey. Wasn't able to get a shot off. Now the Tigers 3-on-2. Davidson across. Marcus Ruck couldn't quite. With a minute gone in the Tiger kill. The extra minor going to Tyson Moss out of the fray. Ethan Newtons. Rylan Ing assessed offsetting roughing minors. Williams and Vicenen each sitting for 5 for fighting as the Hitmen cross the Tiger line offside. A whistle sounds in a neutral zone faceoff upcoming. 6:51 into the second period. Rylan Ing with the game's lone goal has the Hitmen in front by 1. His 4th of the season, coming 2:50 into the middle frame from Kane Wilkie and assist from Wilkie, extends his point streak now to 4 games. All of those points assists. 4 assists over his last 4 games now for Wilkie as the Tigers win the draw at their own line and clear the puck down the ice. 30 seconds remain in the Hitmen's first man advantage of the night. They went 3 for 3 on the power play last night. Here they turn it over the Tiger line. Marcus Ruck looked to maybe spring Liam Ruck on a partial shorthanded break, but the pass unable to connect, and they'll elect to change as the Tigers have 15 seconds left in the kill. The Hitmen one last rush through center. Moore chips it behind the goal of Casey, out to play the puck, touched it to his left. It's loose in the slot. Backhander from Doust goes wide. Rebound found by Molgachev in the corner. Worked down low. Hard pass to the point. It's Macbeth given to his left. Molgachev back up high. We're back to 5-on-5. Amrhein under pressure from Parr. Sees the puck swept free. Tigers clear off the glass ahead for Tyson Moss. Tigers 2-on-2 with a trailer. Moss to the trailing Van Mulligan. He'll drag, shoot, and a paddle save made by 2. Puck on the net behind 2. Dug free by Parr, who couldn't get a shot off in tight as the puck popped free into the slot. Hitman the other way, Moore at the left point of the Tiger zone. I mean, to be fair, they did. However, they left Ryland Ing open for a breakaway pass, and Ing made no mistake with a nice toe drag on a back-checking Jonas Wu, who got into the play, but a great move by Ing, toe dragging around Wu and then ripped the wrist shot and past the blocker of Casey. That gives us the game's lone goal. Tigers 1 for 1 on the penalty kill. We had a fight earlier off a Ethan Newton's check after a whistle on Kane Wilkie. Newton sat for roughing with Ryland Ing. Vicenen dropped the mitts with Bobby Williams, and Tyson Moss picked up the lone extra minor. Right now the Tigers force a puck in behind the goal of the Hitman cage of Eric 2. Digging for it, Marcus Ruck and Liam Ruck, who will remain in Calgary to play on Team CHL for the upcoming CHL USA Prospects Challenge. Tigers penalty kill. Pizarchuk and Herdig still trapped out there as they're back in their own zone on the Tiger forecheck. Herdig, stretch pass to center, intercepted by Wu. He'll give ahead to Brizgalov, touch to his left. Newtons leaves for Davidson, entering the Hitman zone. Davidson, sharp angle shot, misses everybody and rolls down the ice. That'll allow Herdig and Pizarchuk to the bench as finally fresh legs back out for the Hitmen. 4:30 left in the second period, 1-0 Calgary in front. Lone goal scored by Ryland Ing, his 4th of the season for Calgary, 2:50 into the middle frame. Tigers wrap a puck in behind the goal of 2. It's cleared around the near boards down to the Tiger line where Core able to win a foot race to the puck as Cohen Douse was looking for a breakaway on Carter Casey. Core, a pass through center, telegraphed by Hunter Ora and intercepted. Hitman now possesses. They're looking to get some momentum back on their side. In the right side, Andrei Molgachev takes it in the circle. Centers a pass in front that's intercepted by Core. Tigers with numbers the other way, 3-on-2. Core curls crossing the line, but back puck poked off the stick of Ing. Davidson, fresh off the bench, pursues a puck into the left wing corner of the Calgary zone. Dug free by Williams, nearly intercepted behind the goal by Liam Ruck as a light pass from Williams around the wall to Gorzinski nearly led to a grade A chance here. The Tigers do intercept. Davidson, touch feed for Liam Ruck. Cross-ice pass, Marcus holds, waits, back across! Not able to finish it off. Liam Ruck as it went through the crease and out the other side. Puck found by Amrhein. Hitman counter up ice. Gorzinski leads the rush. Down the right wing, Gorzinski shoots. Blocked by Steen. Rolled into the left corner. Chasing after it, Amrhein as he battles with Steen in behind the Tiger cage. Puck pops free to Kyle Hager. He'll touch it around the wall. Hunter Ora not able to hold that onside for the Hitmen. And they retrieve back at their own line. Ora still with it. Slides in the left side of the Tiger zone. Drops for Doc to the slot. Gorzinski shoots. Blocked. Tigers the other way. 2-on-1. Brizgalov down. They are able to kill it off. Will carry over into the infant phases of period 3. Hitman control off the draw. More at the right point. Walks. Fires. Deflects wide of the Tiger cage. Doused on the rebound. Holds for the Hitman. Gives to the right wall for Landon Amrhein. Amrhein wraps it back around for more. Pass to the point out of the reach of Molgachev and will roll down the ice with 10 seconds left in the Hitman power play. They head behind their goal and they'll look for one last rush as the period expires. Stretch pass to center. Doused crosses the Tiger line. Held up on the wall. Molgachev centering feed. One-timer saved by. Holds at center ice and wraps it down into the Hitman zone. Picked up by Ethan Newtons on the left wing boards. Out there with Parr and Moss. A puck dug free from Newtons. Sent through center by a forward-checking Harrison Lodwick. Tigers control back at their own blue line. Pickford Bradford sends it into the offensive zone. 2 out of his cage, plays it for Calgary, around to his left. Clearing attempt cut off by Moss. Touchdown low, Newton. Centering feed for Parr. Broken up by Herdig. Hitman head the other way. Molgachev ahead for Amrhein. Chips into the right corner of the Tigers zone. Wu first to it, turns it over in the corner. Doused couldn't handle it as the puck popped free to the slot. Newton centers up ice for Wu. He'll head up with Brizgalov. Wu feeds into the right corner. Brizgalov tried a sharp angle shot that deflected wide. Reshny gets it on the left wing boards. Wraps it in behind the Tiger goal to Brizgalov. He'll walk in the right corner. Slip by Meyer. But some help, able to help poke that puck free up the wall for the Hitmen. They can't clear, cut off by Brizgalov. Found back by Amrhein. He'll skate to center and slip in the left side of the Tigers zone. Slips by a check from Hager. Centers all alone. Doc, a great save from Casey. Rebound blocked by Hager. Point blank, wide open was Cale Doc. Carter draw was one. Quickly fired out of play, so we do it all over again in the Tigers zone. They were allowed to change after the Hitmen sent it out of the zone. Tigers win the draw, enter the Hitman ends. Cunningham stood up. The Hitman feed it up ice. Gorzinski partial break. Tried a toe drag around Wu, who was able to poke that free. Tigers back with it in their own end. Cunningham ahead to center for Stangram. He'll cross the Hitman line, give off to McCann. He'll rip a wrist shot above the goal of 2. Picked up in the right corner. Cunningham leaves down low for McCann. Tried a stick lift on Pizarchuk. That was unsuccessful. And Pizarchuk will get to center. He's crunched into by Cunningham. A board battle ensues in front of the scorer's box. Hitman come free with the puck. It's Cale Doc. He'll give to his right, crossing the Tiger line. Over Amrhein shoots, deflects wide to the goal of Casey, held at the left point by Macbeth. Cycle down low. A kick in front from Amrhein put the puck on target, but a save made by Casey. That would have been an interesting one had it gone in, because that was close to a kicking motion. Caught Amrhein on the second. The Tigers score with 2:05 to go in the middle frame to tie it at 1, and Noah Davidson currently with the game's go-ahead goal. Tigers back in the offensive zone. Stangram in the left corner. Pass to the point, out of the reach of Van Mulligan, but it'll bounce and stay on side as Van Mulligan wraps it back in behind the Calgary cage. It's reversed back over the far wall this time by the Hitmen, and this time it escapes the zone, but is promptly pushed back into the end by the Tigers. Tigers change. Hitman to center. Doc to his left for Amrhein. Crosses the Tiger line. Holds up on the half boards. Under pressure from Steen. He'll drop it down for Doc, who walks to the left point. Gives down the boards for Gorzinski. Puck loss in the skates of McCann. Loose in the slot. Rolls to the right circle. Macbeth corrals. Penalty coming up on the Tigers. Point shot saved by Casey. Rebound touched by Hager. And last night, the Hitman power play 0 for thus far. They control the face-off. Macbeth at the point, gives to his right for
That's
Ethan
penalty
Moore.
to number 5,
Moore
Caden
at the right
McCann, 2
point,
minutes for
gives
holding.
down the
Count
wall
penalty,
for
13 minutes,
Ora.
30 seconds.
Make
McCann
that
for holding at
Amrhein.
13:30.
He'll get to the point. Macbeth, left side Molgachev. Backdoor pass for Douse, not able to connect. Heavy check thrown by Liam Ruck as he knocks Douse down in the corner. Puck loose along the far boards. Controlled by Moore. Slipped off his stick as Liam Ruck pins it up loose. Puck sent to the slot, found by Pickford and laid down the ice towards the goal of changes. The clubs each will both pick up a point once again. Puck tied up on the face-off in the Hitman zone. Comes loose high along the right wing boards. Shoveled down low by Marcus Ruck. Possession taken back by the Hitman. Pizarchuk banks up the boards to Amrhein. He'll clear to center ice. It's gloved down by Davidson at his own line. Puck stolen free by Doc, who works it down low into the Tigers zone. It's corralled by Gorzinski in the left corner. He'll give to the point. Herdig just holds it on side. Wraps it back around to the far boards. Marcus Ruck fights with Amrhein along the wall. Finds the puck for the Tigers and sends it down the ice. The reason why. Draw 1 in the Tigers zone, controlled by Van Mulligan. Work to the near side for Moss. He'll cross center ice out there with Newtons and Parr. Chip down the right wing wall. Ethan Newtons overskates it because the Tigers are in offside, so they cannot touch that puck. The other way come the Hitmen. It's Doc gliding across center. He'll chip it high into the far corner of the Tigers zone. Vicenen bats it around the wall for Parr. Parr on the backhand leads it ahead for Vicenen. Make that Newtons, who pokes it between the feet of Meyer. Puck rolls towards 2, who's forward and back in their own zone. Ora, pass ahead, finds the stick of Amrhein. He'll tip it into the near corner of the Tigers zone. Van Mulligan first to it for Medicine Hat. Given around for Vicenen, flipped up the boards. His 12 seconds left in regulation. Doc wins it through the feet of McCann. Below the goal line, he'll stop, work back to his left. Quick shot, saved by Casey off the stick of Amrhein. 4 seconds left. Parr pokes it up the wing. Puck rolls into the Hitmen zone.